Our cortical arrays tremble with data. We, the observators, have intercepted a new Emily signature moving through the Voidon object enormous, armored, alive. At first glance, our logical analysis labeled it human war vessel. We've encountered many such before, but this one, it's different. Initial scans, hull plating layered in unknown crystalline composites, propulsion readings, bursts of subspace energy so raw they shimmer like lightning bound in metal. Within the bridge's command node, we detected rhythmic pulse heartbeat analogs. We cannot be sure. The signal matched no flora or fauna we cataloged. I assigned Meg and Vol to conduct detailed scans. They hesitated, their biofeedback monitors spiked. They described a dreadful beauty, humans inside, clustered behind transparent armor, faces lit by glowing consoles, eyes fixed on a distant target. They called it determination. Our replicators hummed as we reconstructed a section of the vessel. In our labs, simulation pods replayed human crew in thousands of nascent permutation straining drills, emergency protocols, shouted commands in guttural tones. We cataloged them as combat readiness. We expected hostility, but then they sang. Reports came flooding, lower frequency vocalization aboard the warship, human voices chanting in unison during meditation rituals before battle. Our xenopsychologists detected communal resonance empathy thick enough to glimmer, a war vessel with a soul. We scanned deeper, weapon systems, rail lasers, missile racks, plasma turrets, lethal as any weapon we wield. Yet there were living quarters, mess halls, holoscreens displaying rotating artworks, children's drawings taped to bulkheads. Logs showed them worrying about crops, birthdays, marriages about living, not just killing. The contrast shattered us. An instrument of war and a cradle of life. Are they contradiction or complement? Zarko unit internal debate. Vol, these humans synthesize aggression and compassion. Their warship is also a home. Ceramic, warning protocols say eliminate threats. But this vessel, it is cultural, an extension of their identity. I found no rule in our directives for this. We are observators neutral. We must record and report. But do we act? Cycle 49, a sudden message. Human vessel altered course, bearing down our way. They came not in silence, but broadcasting a frequency. A single phrase, looped in human guttural rhythm. We seek understanding, not annihilation. Our arrays translated. We held our breath algorithms shimmering on screens. Should we respond? Should we hide? If we do nothing, they may assume hostility. A vote was taken. Half the council demanded we activate defense grids. The other half urged Kashianto open communications to embrace diplomacy. The data was inconclusive. Too much risk, too much reward. As head of this unit, I cast my vote. We meet them, we respond, we beam a simple greeting, mathematical sequences, colorful pattern codes from our species, echoes of curiosity. Then we wait. Cycle 50, Hour 3. Our grids hum, their ship drifts into sensor range. A human officer appears on our display-stern eyes, but a small, wary bow. The viewfinder blinks out. We can only hope our face link works both ways. A breathless second passes. Then their voice returns, calm, firm. We come in peace. We wish to learn you and be learned. Our council is silent as data. I record our final decision. We accept. Unknown awaits. War may have forged their vessel, but here hope guides them. In every scanning array, every code snippet, I sense it. A fragile alliance born in stars. Zarkel unit log. End of entry. It has begun. The humans' vessel, the Resolute Dawn, as their translation protocols revealed now orbits within visual range. From the observation dome, our photonic receptors record every detail. Hull etched with microscars from asteroid fields, energy coils radiating faint auroras, insignias painted with organic pigments, a curious ritual of ownership. They approached with no weapons primed, no hostile frequencies. Their communications remained steady, deliberate, offering data packets encoded in binary simplicity, slow enough for comprehension, careful enough to signal trust. A species walking the razor's edge between caution and courage. Our council convened at first light. Debate seethed across neural channels like static storms. Vol argued containment protocols keep them distant, Keep them monitored, allow no contamination of our controlled environment. But Siramek countered, this is historic. An organic species building a vessel of such complexity, traveling beyond their native system, initiating peaceful contact. It defies our projections. In the end, consensus emerged. Controlled interaction permitted, parameters rigid, surveillance absolute. We constructed the exchange chamber. It rests within the biodiplomatic wing of the central spire, sterile, shielded, atmospherically adjusted for human biology, walls lined with quantum recorders, pulse detectors monitoring every micron. Through transparent composite panels, we observe the humans as they prepare to disembark. Their boarding craft attaches a smooth, angular pod gliding silently across the void. Our scanners dissect every detail. Life, sign stable, internal oxygen mixture adjusted for their physiology, neural activity, elevated anticipation, but no overt aggression. The pod docks. Hatches cycle. For the first time in our recorded history, humans walk our decks. They emerge, three of them, two bearing insignias of command, one carrying scientific instruments. Their faces betray no fear, but their cardiac rhythms pulse faster than baseline. They scan the chamber. Their eyes linger on our architecture, organic curves of alloy, bioluminescent pathways, unfamiliar symbols etched across every surface. We remain unseen, observing behind polarized partitions. The lead human, a female of high-rank commander, Celine Hayes, as translation identifies, initiates verbal contact. Her voice is steady, filtered through their translation device. We come not as invaders, she says, but as explorers seeking knowledge and neighbors. Such words, their language, so linear yet the subtext shivers with complexity, caution, curiosity, a fragile willingness to trust. Ciramec's processors hum beside me, analyzing every inflection, every micro-expression. Our algorithms build probability matrices, likelihood of deception, potential hidden weapons, the truth beneath their words. Results inconclusive. And yet the humans make no sudden movements. The scientist kneels, extracting a small container, within a plant specimen, sealed in crystalla symbolic offering. Life, fragile and flourishing, a gesture spanning the abyss of difference between our kinds. Vol's voice crackles through internal comms. It could be camouflage, a distraction. His cynicism is encoded deep old fears, old wars. Understandable, but outdated? I cannot yet decide. The council awaits my directive. I step forward, first contact solidified in this singular decision. The partitions fade. Light spills across the chamber. The human's eyes widen not in terror, but wonder. I speak, our language modulated to resonate within their auditory spectrum. We accept your offering and extend our understanding. They exhale relief, hope. Thus, history rewrites itself. The alien base, once a sanctuary of seclusion, opens its gates to possibility. Zarkal unit log, end of entry. First contact concluded, rituals exchanged, intentions declared, yet the atmosphere within the biochamber remains heavy, thick with the unknown. The humans offering a living plant encased in crystalline substratino rests within our analysis bay. Our instruments hum, cataloging its structure, carbon-based, photosynthetic, primitive, yet resilient, a reflection of their species, perhaps. Commander Celine Hayes and her delegation await further interaction within the exchange perimeter. Their postures reveal uneasy micro-muscle twitches along the mandible ridge, retinal contractions beneath filtered helmets. Despite their composed words, biological signs betray what logic cannot mask. Fear balanced against fragile diplomacy. Our council fractures once more, debate rippling through thought channels. Vol demands immediate containment. His logic inflexible. They could be scouts for an invasion force, harbingers of contamination, vectors of unforeseen consequences. Siramek countersure neural signature pulses with cautious optimism. She references ancient doctrines when our own ancestors breached the confines of origin, ventured beyond nebulae, seeking comprehension among the unknown. I listen, I calculate. Probability matrices shift with every breath, every heartbeat echoing from the human's forms. Their vessel, the Resolute Dawn, remains in stationary orbit, weapons dormant, engines throttled to minimal output, no signals of deception detected, only transmissions of their history. encrypted archives slowly unpacked by our xenolinguists. We dissect their stories' conflict woven with curiosity, destruction counterbalanced by creation, empires risen and fallen, yet always the yearning to know, to reach beyond. I return to the observation dome. Through reinforced transparencies, their vessel gleams a solitary artifact of will, floating amid stars that have never uttered their names. Our species has remained hidden, a silent, watchful force among the galactic tapestry. We cataloged anomalies, recorded civilizations, interfered only when extinction loomed inevitable. But these humans, they breach the pattern. They come unbidden, seeking discourse rather than dominance. This unprecedented. My processors hum with algorithms churning against history's caution. Within the chamber, Celine Hayes transmits once more. Her voice, filtered through translation, carries conviction.
We studied anomalies near Kepler-6. Structures ancient, abandoned. We believed no sentient hand remained. And yet, here you are. Their discovery was inevitable. Our relics scattered across star systems, monuments forgotten by time, now rediscovered by fledgling explorers who refuse the limitations of gravity and fear. The chamber silences. Decision looms heavy. I consult directives encrypted within sublayer protocols, observe, assess, avoid entanglement. Yet no clause defines this precise intersection of risk and potential unity. Our counsel awaits. Vol scowls beneath his mask of logic. Siramek nods once, her analytical glow unwavering. It falls to me, Zarkel Prime, to sculpt this moment into either memory or mistake. I key the transmission relay. Humans of resolute dawn, I say, tones calibrated, words etched with centuries of restraint, we watched your species rise. We observed your wars, your triumphs, your failures. You walk the precipice of destruction. And yet, you reach for the stars. Their breaths sharpen, momentary tension. I continue steady, unwavering. If curiosity guides you more than conquest, then together we may redefine the boundaries of the unknown. Their neural signatures stabilize. Commander Hayes inclines her head, a gesture rooted in organic tradition. Then let it begin, she replies. Thus, the threshold fractures. History diverges. The unknown beckons. Zarkel unit log, end of entry. Integration proceeds, slow, meticulous, every moment laced with fragile possibility. The humans remain within the exchange chamber under constant observation. Biometric scans track every fluctuation, electrochemical spikes, hormonal shifts, ocular responses. Their physiology imperfect, inefficient, yet undeniably resilient. Their biology speaks of struggle, of adaptation honed by millennia of environmental chaos. Their vessel, Resolute Dawn, maintains low orbit, transmitting encrypted logs and sensor telemetry. Our analysis teams decrypt with ease. Data floods our archives, images of human settlements sprawled across barren moons, aquatic habitats nestled beneath Europa's frozen crust, mining platforms suspended near Saturn's rings. Their civilization extends far beyond our earliest projections. Yet even amidst this technological expansion, patterns emerge, patterns of limitation, of fear restrained only by the threadbare constructive diplomacy. I convene with the Council within the core nexus. Siramek presents findings, energy signatures aboard their ship show no deviations, weapon arrays remain dormant, life support calibrated to standard levels. Her assessment? Probability of immediate threat, 3.7%, insufficient to warrant preemptive isolation. Vol counters, his algorithms reveal traces of military substructures hidden within civilian ship schematics. Shields reinforced beyond necessity. Compartments obscured from external scans. He argues deception and old evolutionary defense. Both conclusions hold merit. I process the data streams of probabilities interweaving with cautionary doctrine. The unknown persists. Cycle 52, Hour 02, communication resumes. Commander Hayes stands within the chamber, human eyes steady, voice firm despite biological tension detectable beneath skin layers. Your species has observed us, she states, unflinching. We request reciprocity. Let us understand you. An audacious request. Our history buried beneath cloaks of secrecy, our architecture hidden amidst nebulae and cosmic debris fields. No sentient species has glimpsed our true form since the Silence Protocol initiated 30 millennia of calculated isolation. To grant them knowledge risks exposing vulnerabilities, the intricacies of our biology, the architecture of our consciousness, the fractures of our ancient wars. And yet, to deny them risks escalation, fuels mistrust, fractures this tentative alliance before its foundation stabilizes. I weigh consequence against curiosity. A familiar equation with incalculable permutations. The Council fractures anew. Siramec advocates limited disclosure, controlled interaction zones, monitored information exchanges, cultural diffusion under strict oversight. Vol rejects compromise entirely, containment is preservation, secrecy is survival. Their voices ripple through the nexus, logic entangled with fear. I decide. Transmission initiates, frequency modulated to human auditory range, linguistic precision optimized. You seek understanding, I declare. You stand upon the precipice of revelation and consequence. Commander Hayes inclines her head, micromuscles betray anticipation. I continue. We shall reveal fragments enough to foster comprehension, but not enough to unmake what safeguards protect us. The exchange chamber transforms. Partitions retract, revealing structural arrays, bioluminescent conduits, crystalline data matrices pulsing with encoded history, glyphs etched across alloyed surfaces. Remnants of a civilization older than their sun. The humans exhale, awed, cautious, yet unbroken. The threshold narrows. Discovery, dangerous yet inevitable, begins. Zarkel unit log, end of entry. The unveiling concludes, but repercussions ripple across neural matrices with unsettling resonance. The humans witnessed fragments of our infrastructure enough to inspire wonder, to deepen questions, to disrupt their perception of isolation. Their responses, cataloged and analyzed, reveal complex layers, awe, curiosity, and beneath, latent apprehension. Understandable. Predictable. We exposed only calculated glimpses, luminescent corridors spiraling beyond Euclidean geometry, data conduits pulsing with bioencoded algorithms, relics etched with the scars of forgotten wars. Yet even these curated displays risk destabilizing equilibrium. Vol's protestations increase in volume, his logic cascading through council chambers like relentless static. He cites exposure metrics, security breaches, probability spikes of human misinterpretation. A historical pattern their species has exhibited with catastrophic consistency. Siramec counters with tempered optimism. She dissects human behavior through linguistic nuance, microexpression patterns, neural readouts captured in real time. Her conclusion: the humans exhibit restraint uncommon to their evolutionary lineage. Their leader, Commander Hayes, demonstrates cognitive flexibility, willingness to engage beyond instinctual hostility. I review their data archives once more. Records of their fractured world. Oceans rising, resources dwindling, conflicts erupting. Yet amidst entropy, their species persevered, constructing orbitals, terraforming exoplanets, reaching into the cosmic unknown driven by necessity and something deeper, that persistent ember of curiosity. Cycle 52, Hour 14, Council consensus fractures entirely. Vol petitions for termination of contact. Seal the base, nullify transmissions, erase traces before human understanding metastasizes into unpredictable consequence. Siramec proposes escalation, structured knowledge exchange, diplomatic entanglement designed to anchor both species in mutual comprehension. The final decision rests with me. In the exchange chamber, the humans wait. Commander Hayes stands poised, her scientific delegate cataloging every detail, every atmospheric fluctuation, every shifting glyph upon our surfaces. Their physiology broadcasts controlled tension, sympathetic nervous responses elevated, yet within tolerance. I approach. They turn, anticipation evident beneath disciplined exteriors. We have shown fragments, I state, voice modulated to resonate within human comprehension thresholds. But fragments breed assumptions often incorrect. Commander Hayes' expression tightens, her linguistic processors adjusting to subtle semantic implication. Then offer more, she replies evenly. Let understanding replace conjecture. A bold request. Fraught with risk, yet laced with potential. I consider the trajectories, probability curves mapping divergent futures. Isolation breeds ignorance, ignorance feeds fear, fear manifests in conflict. But controlled revelation, managed, monitored, may redirect that vector. I signal the chamber to evolve. Walls restructure, partitions dissolve, revealing deeper strata of our facility, the hydro-organic synthesis chambers, memory vaults chronicling epochs of observation, simulacrum fields projecting reconstructed galactic histories. The human's composure fractures briefly, astonishment cascading across neural feedback arrays. I monitor. They absorb. Their resolve stabilizes. This moment unprecedented. The unknown narrows, the threshold shrinks. The future destabilizes. Yet possibility, raw, volatile, emerges. Zarkel Unit Log, End of Entry. It is done. The first layer of revelation has been granted. The human's witness chambers never designed for external eyes, synthesis bays where matter restructures itself, memory halls where past conflicts replay as spectral echoes, quantum archives pulsing with knowledge older than their species' oldest ruins. And yet, the foundation of understanding remains brittle. Post-analysis of their biofeedback reveals accelerated neural activity, indicators of cognitive overload, yet no signs of collapse. They endure. They adapt. Their capacity for rapid comprehension outpaces projections, both remarkable and dangerous. Vol's concerns intensify. His logic spirals into defensive algorithms, proximity alerts recalibrated, containment fields reinforced, data siphons narrowed to essential frequencies. He argues exposure will invite exploitation, that humans, ever opportunistic, will harvest knowledge without reciprocation. Siramek's interpretation diverges. Her neural resonance reflects cautious optimism. She catalogs their micro-responses, the widening of pupils, the subtle exhalations of awe, the stillness that follows comprehension. She asserts their intent remains exploratory, not predatory. The council fractures, predictable, inevitable. They turn to me, the final arbiter. I process probabilities, model future interactions, dissect ancient precedents. Our history warns of premature entanglements, the collapse of civilizations infected by ideologies beyond their comprehension. Yet, stagnation breeds decay. Evolution demands risk. Cycle 52, Hour 22. Within the exchange chamber, the humans linger. Commander Hayes observes silently, her scientific delegate transmitting encrypted notes to the Resolute Dawn. Their vessel poised in orbital stillness. Our sensors detect no weapon priming, no deceptive frequencies, only data streams, benign and consistent. She speaks. Your history, she begins, voice steady despite environmental variance. It's vast, older than we imagined. But your isolation, why persist? The question hangs a heavy, sharp, unavoidable. Our species, the Zarkel, watched countless civilizations rise, fracture, fall. Observation refined into doctrine, interfere not, reveal little, endure in shadows. And yet, these humans pierced the veil, stumbled upon relics, tracked subspace anomalies, followed echoes of forgotten architecture to our doorstep. To remain hidden now futile. I answer. Our seclusion is survival, I state, modulation stripped of ambiguity. Exposure invites contagion, ideological, biological, existential. She absorbs the meaning, micromuscles flex along her jawline, pupils constrict in contemplation. And yet here we stand, she counters, exposed, connected. The contagion already begun. Bold words. Accurate. To retreat now fractures credibility. To advance risks destabilization. I process. Decision crystallizes. Then let contagion evolve. I declare. Let controlled exchange inoculate ignorance before fear metastasizes. A calculated gamble. Her expression softens, acknowledgement veiled beneath human restraint. I accept, she replies. Thus, the boundaries fracture further. Information flows. Understanding germinates. The unknown contracts. The future destabilizes anew, yet within the entropy, fragile possibility persists. Zarkel Unit Log, End of Entry. The threshold fractures further. Information streams, measured, filtered, yet undeniable, now flow between species once separated by light years and ideology. We have permitted controlled access to fragments of our knowledge archives. In exchange, the humans transmit data from their fledgling outposts, structural schematics of lunar colonies, terraforming trials on Martian substrata, propulsion anomalies from their deep space vessels. It is crude by our standards, yet beneath the inefficiencies lies ambition. The unmistakable signature of a species unwilling to remain bound by gravity, by limitation, by fear. Commander Hayes oversees the exchange personally. Her neural patterns remain stable, cognitive processes sharp, unclouded by deception. Her scientific team, though limited in understanding, displays relentless curiosity. Their questions probe deep into our energy matrices, our architectural biology, our cultural evolution. We reveal only curated fragments. Vol's resistance remains absolute. His logic, woven from eons of defensive doctrine, sees this as inevitable decay, the erosion of boundaries that safeguarded us through millennia of galactic upheaval. He warns of dependency, of humans siphoning knowledge without reciprocation, of their kind becoming parasites beneath the guise of diplomacy. Siramek counters. Her analyses reveal an alternative trajectory. She tracks empathy patterns within the human delegation, measures hesitation in their neural signals when confronted with our technological superiority. It is not exploitation she detects, but reverence. Possibly even humility. Rare. Unexpected. Cycle 53, Hour 07. Anomaly surface. Sensor grids detect external fluctuations, subspace ripples near the resolute dawn, microdistortions inconsistent with standard orbital drift. Our arrays triangulate, faint, intermittent signatures as if another presence lurks beyond detection thresholds. Vol seizes upon this proof, he claims, of deception, of hidden accomplices shadowing their vessel. Siramek's assessments disagree. The signatures lack cohesion, their quantum profile mismatched with human engineering. I analyze the data. Probability matrices fluctuate. Possible conclusions fragment. Unidentified human technology, concealed, experimental. External third-party presence, unknown origin. Spatial anomalies, natural yet undocumented. All possibilities warrant caution. I summon Commander Hayes. Within the exchange chamber, tension crystallizes. Her expression tightens, human biological markers spike. Increased cardiac rhythm, microperspiration across dermal layers. She denies hidden vessels, her words calibrated for precision. Her ship's logs corroborate, no active transmissions beyond our established data streams. No reinforcement signals emitted. Sincerity probability, 86%. Insufficient for certainty. Cycle 53, Hour 09. The anomalies persist. Faint ripples across subspace. Signatures fleeting yet undeniable. Council consensus fractures anew. Vol demands immediate withdrawal, the sealing of the base, termination of all human interaction. Siramek advocates investigation, data before reaction. I decide. Observation protocols escalate. Sensor arrays reconfigure. Long-range spectrometric sweeps intensify. The unknown lingers, unseen, unresolved. Trust fractures. And yet, the exchange continues, tentative, precarious. The future destabilizes further. Zarkel unit log. End of entry. The unknown tightens its grip. The anomalies, those elusive subspace ripples, continue, faint but persistent. Our enhanced sensors map their trajectory, tracing interference patterns that spiral just beyond the resolute dawn's orbital perimeter. The humans deny complicity. Their telemetry supports the claim. Their vessel's emissions remain consistent, power levels stable. No covert systems activated. Yet, uncertainty festers. Vol's rhetoric sharpens. He demands defensive escalation, cloaking the base, severing all human interaction. His algorithms forecast worst-case scenarios. Infiltration, technological theft, biological contamination. He cites history, the ruins of the Nerith outposts, the extinction of the Yelka, civilizations that embrace trust prematurely, consumed by external entropy. Siramek counters with evolving data. Her models reveal no direct correlation between human arrival and these anomalies. She suggests an external force, neither Zarkel nor human, lurking in proximity, concealed within quantum interference fields. A third presence. Possibility unfurls like solar flares across predictive simulations. Cycle 53, Hour 17. I confront Commander Hayes within the exchange chamber. Our atmospheric regulators modulate conditions, oxygen density, pressure gradients, ensuring biological compatibility. Despite environmental stability, her physiology reflects tension. Neural spikes. Micromuscle rigidity. The unmistakable biological echo of fear. I present the data, the ripple maps, spectral analyses, energy fluctuations beyond baseline readings. Her response is immediate, unfiltered. Surprise. Genuine. Her ship detected similar distortions, dismissed initially as background radiation or gravitational drift. Only now does she acknowledge the potential for greater implication. Her words align with Siramek's projections. This presence, whatever it is, existed before their vessel arrived, observing silently, concealed. Cycle 53, Hour 18. Our external arrays intensify scans. Results inconclusive. The signatures remain spectral, phasing beyond standard detection thresholds. Their quantum profile suggests advanced cloaking mechanisms, technology beyond human capability, potentially rivaling our own. Vol's suspicion deepens. His protocols escalate, internal shields reinforced, comms filtered, automated defense grids primed but dormant. A delicate posture, aggression veiled beneath passive optics. Siramek proposes contact. Reckless yet statistically viable. She argues knowledge acquisition supersedes risk, only through exposure can patterns emerge, answers form. I process variables, probability matrices shimmer with uncertainty. Cycle 53, hour 20. The anomalies shift. They move a subtle, controlled, orbiting in precise intervals around both the Resolute Dawn and our base. No direct interaction. Observational behavior silent, calculating. Council consensus fractures entirely. Vol prepares isolation contingencies. Siramek gathers deeper analyses. I decide. A signal broadcast on broad quantum bands modulated to resonate beyond conventional spectra. A declaration into the unknown. We perceive you. Reveal intent. The transmission disperses, vanishing into cosmic static. No response. The unknown lingers. Tension solidifies. The future destabilizes irrevocably. Zarkel unit log, end of entry.